Good day, you beautiful people of YouTube. It's the Mad Marine here. Now, in our last video, I was showing you guys a Glock 23 that had some fill-in paint on the Glock and also on the magazines. And today I was going to show you how to do that fill-in. Now, simply, how do you do this? It's actually not that hard. What you're going to need is you're going to need these painter's pens. Now, these painter's pens are found at lots of locations. They also have different fineness of the fineness of points. So this one is a medium. There's also some fine points as well that are likely to get in a little bit closer. You choose what you feel you need. I went with the mediums just because I honestly didn't know what exact size I would need, and I figured medium would at least cover me in just about most situations. So I've chosen the medium, and they've worked well for me. Now, where in the world can you possibly get these painter's pens? And there are other brands as well. It doesn't have to be painters, but generally the same function. You can get these from Amazon. You can get them from Walmart. You can get them from Target. And depending on, like, I think this set was like $9 or $10. I think I got this at Walmart, but I might have gotten it off of Amazon. I can't remember which. But I think this set was like $9 or $10. I think individually the pens are usually like $3. So pick whatever color you need or your style. For me, I've gone ahead and chose the gold for 9mm, and I've chose the red for 40 Smith & Wesson. But feel free to run whatever you like. Make it good for you. So filling in the colors, it's actually pretty easy. So you're gonna go and grab your pen. You're gonna do a quick little shake, kind of like spray paint, making it work. Get enough on there. And one of the things you want to do is you just need to fill in the area. You don't need to fill in too much. And that was quite a bit, actually. I guess I shook it up plenty. And just fill in the little numbers. Now, this is a low-capacity Glock mag. And I am actually going to go take this to Glock when they allow on-site service for warranty. In Smyrna, Georgia. They'll allow you to bring in your Glock pistol, of course make sure it is not loaded or have any ammunition, and you can bring it in and they will look over and give you a good service or service your gun for free, and they will allow you to change out low capacity magazines for standard capacity magazines. Now, they will not allow you to trade out standard capacity magazines for high capacity magazines, so you couldn't take like a 17 round 9mm mag and get the 33 mag. They'll only trade up as far as low capacity to standard capacity. And I believe they will trade standard capacity down to low capacity if, unfortunately, you live in one of those terrible states. Now, we're going to let this sit. Now, you want to let this sit and dry for at least an hour. However, depending on your environment, whether you live in a really hot climate, it's really cold, happens to be at the time, and the humidity, it may take a little bit longer. I like to let mine dry actually overnight, and then I would just go ahead and usually the next evening, like 24 hours later, just because of time, because, you know, I have a normal life and usually a busy day. If I want to get anything done, I have to do it at night, so I'll usually let it sit at least 24 hours and then go over it. Now, this one's been probably sitting for about 4 hours, and it's dried pretty well. I probably should have used just a little bit more gold paint on this, but I didn't. That's okay. So one real important thing when trying to rub this stuff off is, see this red rag right here? This red rag will leave particles on the gold, and so you'll have very nice gold lettering with little red particles. So this rag isn't going to work. This is like one of those red automotive mechanics mags. The other thing is you don't want to use something really coarse like an old towel like this. Now, I've used this to clean really dirty guns recently, or guns with Cosmoline on them. But you see how it's like coarse like an old towel? That's actually going to dig into where your paint is, and that's not good either. Again, this is a very flat, soft towel, but again, it's blue, so maybe this isn't good either. So what you actually want to use is one of these white ones. If you have like an old white t-shirt, like actually old white t-shirts are really good. Like undershirts, those would be great for this. Just put a little, what I use bore cleaner, Hops number 9. This works best. However, if you wanted to use like some other type of gun cleaner or gun solvent or CLP, it'll work, but Hops really does a pretty good job Very well rounded as far as taking off what you need and not being too harsh. So I use hops number 9. Now all you're going to do is just put a little bit, and actually that's a little too much, but what you want to do is just dab over the spot where you put it, so you're spreading it out so it's not soaked, but it's moist. All right, and let me move these out of the way, and all we're going to do is simply rub in a circular motion, and don't press too hard, but a little bit of force. We're slowly going to pull this up. Now, as you pull up, you want, or if you need to, wipe the excess off with the dry side. And then, when it's dry, go back and hit the area that you need to pull off the rest. Now, let's see. Alright, so I'm getting a lot of it off, but there's still a few little areas I'd like to get a bit more off, so I'm going to dabbing a little bit of more hops, dabbing it so it's just moist, not soaked. And again, using the finger here to pull it a little bit more off. And drying it a little bit more. And let's see, we got it. Oh, okay, so there's some scratches here, which is why it's not coming out quite as nice as I would have liked it. But there you can go. You can see the 9 clearly marked and the excess removed away. There's some scratches on that middle M between the 9 and the other M that where there's some yellow paint still, or gold paint still left in there. So unfortunately that's probably not going to come up super easily because there's indentions. But I can pull it off. And as you can see, the 5 and 4 coming through. Now, if you get down anywhere the metal is, you can take a Q-tip and clean that up with some board cleaner as well, and that'll clean that up. I will spare you the rest of this, so this video is not 15 minutes long. But that's a real simple process, and you can also do this with your pistols as well. So as I showed in this one, this of course is my Glock 23, and it's in 40 Smith & Wesson. And I've gone ahead and filled it in the red as well, which I really enjoy. And hey, make it yours. You know, use any color you like. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help. And I will be going over the AK SBR in that process again. I know a couple people had some questions, and I promised I'd make a follow-up video. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. That does help the channel out tremendously. Mad Brain signing off. I hope you guys have a great one.